This is why you need to stop being the nice guy. First thing I want to say is nice guys are weak, bro. Nice guys are weak. You're weak. You be the nice guy, you are weak. Because you're not being nice because you want to be nice. You're doing that because you want to please people for them to like you. You're trying too dang hard. Because you think that you need to be liked by everyone. That's why you're a nice guy and you're weak because of that. You don't need to be liked by anybody, bro. Or everybody. Yeah, sure, of course it's a good thing for having people who like you and all those things, but don't be a nice guy because of the fact that you want everybody to like you. Because now nobody's gonna like you if you're a people pleaser. Nobody likes a people pleaser, bro. Nice guys are people pleasers. Do not be this type of man. When I used to be a nice guy, I didn't get any girls, no attraction. I People stepped over me, bullied me. But now that I'm a nice guy, and I'm not, my bad. Now that I'm not a nice guy, now that I've actually like destroyed that mindset inside of my brain that, oh, I need to be nice. No, you don't. You don't need to be nice. You don't need to be nice. That doesn't mean you don't need to be kind, and loving towards the people who love you. But you need to. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to stand on your ground and respect yourself in order for other people to respect you. You need to respect what you like, what you want, how you want to be, and not be this nice guy. Like, I'm telling you these things because this is advice that I needed to hear 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And I'm glad that I stopped being a nice guy, started working hard on myself. I unapologetically started thinking the way that I wanted to think, like a man, like a masculine, strong young man. You need to be unapologetically a man. You need to become the type of man, like, you need to stop being a nice guy. You need to stop being a people pleaser and instead start living like you want to live. And you're gonna find people who are gonna ride along you on this journey. You're gonna find the woman who will support you in your dreams, but not if you're a nice guy. Nice guys finish last. You've ever heard that phrase? Because it's true. When you're nice, women friend zone you. Let me tell you a story. So, the way I got my girlfriend. Let's talk about that. I was talking to, say, like, couple girls at the same time. And you might think, oh, that's crazy. But I was talking to, like, about 3 or 4. But there was 2 main ones that I was focusing on, right, to get with. There was a girl from church that I met, like, a year before. And I asked for her Instagram and stuff like that. But I didn't really talk to her. I didn't really care, There was that girl. And then there was another girl, which is my current girl, which I was also like teasing her in school, and I was playing with her, and I was doing shit, right? I was being like that hot fun guy. But with the other girl, I was being more nice, right? I was being more nice. I was talking about God, and I was talking to her like a friend. The girl over here on the other side, I wasn't talking to her like a friend. I was talking to her like I wanted her, like not like I wanted her, but like I was, giving signs, but not too obvious signs. And I was obviously like not being like the blue pilled spurg like you. So this is the difference between a nice guy and a alpha male. Nice guys are beta males, blue pilled, and this is what you'll do, right? Even with a religious girl, I was doing like what usually like religious girls like talk about, or like girls in general talk about, like they want the man who's marriageable, husband like. And I was being like that with this girl, but with this other girl, I was being more red pilled. I was being more like the alpha Chad, hot fun guy. I was being funny. I was being teasing. I was teasing. I was doing all those things. I got friend zoned by the one that I was being more blue pilled, being more of a nice guy right here, being weak. I had the choice. I could have been the other way with this girl. But, my game is not in... Like, this girl I was texting, we don't go to the same school. And this other girl was in school. So, my game is usually more like a real life thing. So, I was trying to invite this one. But since she wasn't interested, I should just not, like... I should have just stopped talking to her. I stopped talking to her to whenever she said, "Oh, you're more like a friend to me." I just blocked her. I'm like, whatever. With this girl, I was being more than a friend. You know, I was teasing her. I was playing around, being a hot, fun guy. By the way, this only works if you're attractive. By the way, I have a full-on ebook that literally teaches you how to become that type of guy who's confident, who's charismatic, and all those things. Link in the description. I literally teach you all the secrets, how to become that hot, fun guy, but is also masculine and strong, and is focused on his goals. So check that out. But I was being that type of guy. I was focused on my goals, but I also was being like this teasing guy. Like I wasn't being a nice guy. I wasn't being nice. You know, I knew she had like a boyfriend. She broke up with him and then got with me. So, but um, I was being more of this red pill guy, Alpha Chad. By the way, her boyfriend, her ex boyfriend, at the time, her boyfriend, right? He lives in a different state, so it was even easier to get her. And I was being red pill. You'd think if I was nice about like, oh, I don't want that guy to get angry. You'd think if I was nice, I would have a girlfriend right now. Fuck no. You need to stop being nice, bro. This is the competition of men. Men who are nice. Men who are nice don't win. If you're ahead of the curve, if you're ahead of everybody, and you want to help someone get like run faster in this race of men in this competition, yes, that's a good thing. This is what I'm doing here. I'm helping you. I'm stopping right because I'm like running faster than you. I'm telling you how to run faster in this competition of men. We're in a competition. We're in a race of men, and I'm here helping you run faster. I'm giving you advice that's gonna help you run faster. All these nice guys are not running fast. They're running slow. They're walking. You better listen to my advice, bro, because this is the brutal red pill that I just gave you. I was being red pilled with one girl. I was being blue pilled with the other girl. I got the girl when I was being more red pilled, more of the hot, fun, alpha Chad type of guy. That's the brutal red pill, bro. Now, before I continue on to the next thing, let me introduce myself. So, my name is Lucas Ferrantes, and I'm here to help you maximize your testosterone, become a strong, confident young man who sets boundaries in his life, who works hard on himself, who is not a nice guy, who is not a nice man, but good at being a man. Okay? I learned how to do all this, through maximizing my testosterone, through going through self-improvement, and all these things I'm going to teach you in this channel. I used to be a gooner, by the way. I used to be a loser, video game addict, junk food addict, and I'm the strong young masculine man. Click that subscribe button. Now let's get into the next thing, which is it's a sign of low testosterone. Being a nice guy is a sign of low testosterone. It means you're a beta male. You know, I know these terms sound cringe and shit, right? But we got the alpha male, obviously, right? And then we got the beta male. Signs of being a beta male is low testosterone, being nice, being kind. Like this is a sign that you are being a nice guy is a sign of low testosterone, meaning you're a beta male. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm kind. I'm not telling you you can't be kind. I am kind. I am I'm good. Like, I'm kind. People around me respect me, and it's not like I'm rude or anything. But when I have to be rude, because someone else is being rude, when someone else is being disrespectful, and I have to respect my own boundaries, step away from them. Don't even stay in that dynamic with them. Do not stay friends with those type of people. That is a sign of high testosterone, meaning you have the power to choose, meaning you are able to be dangerous, but you choose not to. But when you are being nice, not because you can be something, like I said before in the previous slide, it's a sign of weakness. And you're being nice, not because you want to be like a kind person, and because you can't be dangerous, right? That's what it means. Like, if you can't be dangerous and you're being nice, that means you have low levels of testosterone. But if you can be kind and a loving, warm person, but also at the same time you can be a very mean, rude, and even in some cases violent type of person, that's a sign of high testosterone, because you can choose. You have the power to choose. When you don't have the power to choose, you tend to be nice. This is a sign of low testosterone. Is being a beta, being nice. What is a trait of an alpha male who gets women? What's a trait of an alpha male who achieves his goal and is successful? That is that he is not nice and will do whatever he wants. Not whatever he wants, whatever it takes to get to the goal, mission that he and or his purpose. I'm telling you right now, I am willing, as a man, I am willing to sacrifice my relationship with my girlfriend to pursue my goals. That is a sign of high testosterone, bro. That is a sign of not weakness. That's a sign of strength. Signs of low testosterone, by the way, being a nice guy. Sacrificing yourself for others. Obviously, like, if you have a family and you have to, like, sacrifice yourself for their physical safety, that's different. But I'm talking about, like, you're sacrificing your goals, your dreams, the person you want to be, the man you want to become, the shit that you like for other people. That is a sign of low testosterone. That is a sign of you being weak. That is a sign of you being a nice guy. Don't be a nice guy. Don't be unapologetically a man. There's nothing good that comes from being this low testosterone, fucking spurg, blue pill. There's nothing good that comes out of. You're just gonna live a miserable life. You're just gonna live a miserable life. If you live the way you want to live, not because society told you, not because your parents told you, but because you genuinely, deep down, know that it's the best thing for you to do, you take action and do that shit. Okay? Being nice is not a good thing. Be kind. I'm not telling you not to be kind. I'm not telling you to be a good person, right? But that's different. That's different. I'm here telling you to be good at being a man. This is the difference. See, look, this is why you're confused. You're confused because you've been told by, like, school and family and movies and TV shows that you should be a nice person. Notice how I'm saying nice and kind person. I'm not saying a nice man. I'm not saying a kind man. Because it's different. Because those are traits that both men and women can have. Right? Those are traits that both masculine and feminine people could have. What I'm talking about here is you becoming more masculine and stop letting people step over you. Becoming dangerous. Grounding yourself and becoming the type of man that is respectable. That is what I'm telling you here. By the way, if you want to become that type of guy, link in the description to buy my ebook that literally teaches you how the mindset to becoming a high testosterone man, the physical activities to become a high testosterone man, and the routine and everything, how to fix your life entirely to become the type of man that is focused on his goals, women are attracted to him, and is sexy, and is hot, and is an alpha male. Link in the description, by the way. Now let's talk about the last thing, which is you will not be loved or respected when you're a nice guy. Because you're a people pleaser. When you're trying to please everybody, you're in the middle. You see, look, if I were nice in these videos that I'm making, right, you wouldn't be watching the video. You wouldn't be watching the video. You would have stayed, like, you would have seen that, oh, this guy's a bitch. This guy's not a leader. Subconsciously, right? So you would have clicked off. But since I'm not being nice in this video, I'm not being nice. You're a little fucking loser. There's gonna be people who say, like, especially like all these blue pill feminists will say to you that, oh, you need to be nice to everybody, but they're the ones that are not even nice to people. Like, what the fuck? They're not even kind. But you'll have two types of people when you are the type of man that is unapologetic, bro, I can't speak. When you are a man and you don't give a shit what other people think, and you stand up to your values, you're gonna find people who have similar values to you or the same values as you, and those people are gonna love you. But then you're gonna have people who don't love you, and you're gonna have people who respect you, which are people over here. Over here, people might disrespect you, hate you, but you're gonna have a lot of people who will also love you and respect you. When you are not nice and you're not a people pleaser, you have this. When you're a people pleaser and you're nice, You're in the middle. You're neutral. Nobody really cares about you. No one really loves you or respects you. Nobody hates you because you're trying to not have the hate. This is why you're weak. You're so weak you can't take the fact that there's people that will hate you or that hate you. But my boy, let me tell you something. If you want to be loved and respected, you have to stand up to what the fuck you want, your values. You have to be on this side. Or you can take the other pill, the pill. You can have the red pill, which is you're living up to your values. You're living how you want to live. You're actually fixing your fucking life. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Right now, you're probably like a loser. You're playing video games every single day, but you're not living up to your true potential. That's why I'm telling you. You need to read my ebook if you want to change your life, to become the type of man that is loved and respected. But you're gonna be hated as well. You're gonna be loved and respected. You can either take this pill, which is the red pill, right? You are working hard on yourself. You're unapologetically masculine. You're a man, right? You do what you know is good for you, not for everybody else, but you know what's good for you. Not because someone told you, not because you thought about that, but because you yourself thought about it. Oh, this is better for me to do than what other people will tell me. You're not letting society like pressure you into becoming something that you don't want to be, which is a blue pill spurg, right? You're living like a man. You're working hard on your goals, your mission. You're talking to girls. You're cold approach. You're doing all those things. Or you can be this blue pill spurg who's a good boy, who's nice to everybody. He's a people pleaser. You kiss ass pretty much. You let people step over you and try to make people like you. This guy is not loved or respected by anybody. No one remembers the nice guy. No one cares about the blue pill guy. No one really will ever remember this type of person. And you end up depressed, fucked. Your woman cheating on you. Do not take this pill if you don't want to be that. Take this pill if you want to be like loved and respected and actually like live a good life. And to take this pill, bro, you have to watch my content. You have to watch my content. You want to also read my book. You need to do those things. These are steps that you need to take if you want to become more of a man. By the way, that's pretty much it for this video, bro. Yeah, stop being a nice guy. Stop being a people pleaser, bro. If there's something that you don't like that someone is doing to you, or yeah, that someone's doing to you, or any of those things, stop that. Either tell them to stop, make them understand, hey, respect my boundaries, respect me, or you just fucking leave. It's that simple. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't try to be liked by everybody. Don't. There's no point. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna be loved or respected. You're not even gonna be hated. Like, bro, if there's people who hate you, by the way, I know there's people who hate me out there, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because I live my own life. My life is great. I have high levels of testosterone. I'm working on my goals. I'm working on my business. Stop with this little bitch mindset of being nice and people pleaser, kissing ass. Stop being that type of guy. Be the type of guy who stands up to his values, stands up to himself, is true to himself, lives the life that he wants to live, and doesn't care if people hate him. Because if you have people who hate you, you're gonna have people who love you. Trust me. Now, no, don't be like some like don't be like some guy who's gonna start killing people and do no. That's not what I'm telling you to be here. I'm telling you here to live up to your values, to be masculine, to work hard on your goals, to sacrifice for your goals. Be that type of man. Okay, just don't get that confused with being a murderer. Don't be a murderer. That's like fucking like don't. Okay, but you get what I mean, right? Be that type of man who's loved and respected and hated because of your ideas of being masculine, your idea of becoming like strong and hardworking. Okay? Other than that, bro, peace out. Click that subscribe button. Check out my ebook. Do the hard work, especially when you feel like it. God bless you.